as I turn on my phone. We'll get started with the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. If I should say this time today, Aaron Garrison will lead us in both.
Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the great country to live in, Lord. Be with this board as we make decisions that be beneficial to the community and the students, Lord. Just watch over and protect every decision. In your name we pray. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll get things rolling today with the approval of the March agenda. You guys can take a look at that real quick. Is there a motion to approve the agenda for this meeting?
Make a motion. Approve.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion second, any discussion? If not, this would be a voice vote. All those in favor of the March agenda, say aye. Anybody opposed? Okay, move on next to the approval of the February minutes, consideration approval minutes from the February board meeting.
Make a motion, we approve them as presented.
Okay, motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion on second. Any discussion on the February minutes? If not, all those in favor of the February board minutes, say aye. Anybody opposed? Okay, thank you. We move on to consideration of the college financial report. And we'll turn it over to Chuck.
I'm starting on page 8 of your board books. We're looking at our January numbers for this year compared to January of last year. Very similar to what you've seen in months past. Good enrollment pattern. We were able to see this year, especially with that spring enrollment. You can see that really starting to show up in the January numbers there for tuition and fees. Other numbers, like we've mentioned in months past, the other operating revenue is where our insurance claim proceeds are, so that's why that looks so much further ahead than the previous year. Other categories are very similar. On the next page, then looking at our expenses, pretty comparable again, remembering that then the expense side of those insurance repairs is in the operating expenses, so that's pushing that category ahead as well. And then looking on page 10, when you look at the net of the two, then that anomaly kind of works its way out. And you see that we are still ahead where we were this time last year, but just by a smidge. So that's a good place to be this time of the year with the beginning of the spring term numbers in there. The next couple of pages are just the underlying details of those. Then on page 13, we look at our preliminary March numbers. February numbers. These are a little bit more preliminary than usual. We did prepare these a little bit earlier in the month due to spring break and so forth. So this does not reflect all of the January payroll, because we do pay in arrears, so that January payroll doesn't happen until the 10th. I'm sorry, keep getting the months wrong. The February payroll does not happen until the 10th of March, but we prepared these reports prior to that. So these are more preliminary than usual. In any event, again, very similar patterns to what you've seen in the other months. A good encouraging pattern there on the tuition and fees, and other categories being very similar to what you would expect. The other operating revenue, again, containing those insurance proceeds that I mentioned. Then on the bottom half of that page, on your expenses, using that 67% of the fiscal year as kind of a guide, you can see everything's pretty much right on target. Operation and maintenance and plan is again where the expense side of those tornado insurance repairs is. So that's why that one looks so much further ahead. And the scholarships, of course, follows a little bit different pattern last semesters. Following that, then the next couple of pages again are just those underlying numbers. Next we have cash and banks. On page 17 we have our the pie graph. This is as of March 2nd, so this does include at least the lion's share of our spring financial aid funds. So a relatively high point in the cycle of the year. following that, then we have our certificates of deposit, there's no changes there to report. Again, that CD that you have, we're invested in, does not mature until June. Then after that, you just have your summary of checks issued. We do not have any bids, open to report and no amendments this month. So that concludes my report. Do you have any questions?
Any questions, concerns, comments?
Make a motion to approve it.
Motion to approve, is there a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor, say aye.
Uh,
Thank you for using the word smidge. This is a smidge. It's a great term. Great term.
He was paying attention, so that. Yeah. Technical term.
We're
It's
soda,
very technical,
candies,
financial
yeah, you know. It's like saying be there in just a jiffy. We will pivot now to the president's report with Dr. Payne.
Won't take but a shake of
All right, we had a very successful Papa Belt Trivia Night. It was sold out by 22 teams with nearly $5,000 raised for scholarships. Food was provided for Big Whiskey and a good time was had by all. The number one team did have quite a bit of college representation on it. So that's always nice when
So did the last one.
in continuing our trend of being trivia champions. Lady Raiders, they have won Region 16. They will be going to Nationals. Play starts March 25th. They play on 24th. They play on 25th. We are seeded number 12 and will have our first game against number 21 Monroe. So you will be able to view that game through the ESPN Plus app and on the ESPN Plus channel. And you will be able to listen to Dr. Tim Hager as the voice of the Raiders over our YouTube channel. So you can watch it on ESPN and listen to it on YouTube. So hopefully we will be there March 31st, 5 p.m. that Tuesday for the national championship. Everybody has a chance. So it is now 1 year since the tornado, almost on the very anniversary of that fateful night. We experienced another significant line of storms and came away without any damage to the college. But I wanted to give an update of where we are. We are making significant progress. The dorms have been completely finished. They were finished in time for the fall semester. You are seeing there the best activity center. We are 95% complete, maybe a little past that as of today. We are very close to tying this up and becoming operational once again. Chris Technology Center is right on the cusp of being completed. We're half done with the work on Westover. We will have to this summer go through and replace all of the glazing in the entire building. So all doors and windows will be replaced in this building. We are waiting for the summer because that is going to be extremely disruptive. The farm is completely done, other than just some very minor odds and ends. So all the work to plaster has been completed. It is fairly amazing in the number of months that we have been doing this, the amount of progress that we have made. I anticipate that some level of construction will continue all the way to the fall of next year. We are hopeful that we will be complete with tornado remediation by the time fall gets here. So it will be very nice not to have 5 different active construction projects on campus. In addition to what I've mentioned, the baseball clubhouse has been finished, the baseball practice facility has been finished, the batting eye has been replaced. We're still waiting on windscreens for both baseball and softball. So those are still outstanding. We still have a lot going on everywhere but we are making significant progress with all of that. So I want to take the opportunity to compliment and appreciate everyone on campus who has done the same excellent work they always do in the middle of a lot of inconvenience and a lot of juggling. Literally, people with very little notice have had to figure out, okay, figure out how to do your job, but not right here. And we'll let you know when you're gonna come back. And then to turn around 2 weeks later and go, yeah, where you moved is not gonna work for you either. So we're gonna have to shuffle that again. And everybody has just clicked right along without any, the absolute minimum of complaint. Noise, smells, water intrusion. If it rains just the right way, we get quite a bit of, interior rain in this building. So it has been inconvenient. Everyone has stepped up and continued to serve our students and done fantastic work. Also, Sides Construction, Billy Heiser has been an excellent partner. He has kept things moving along. He has stayed to budget. He has problem solved. Just an absolutely wonderful partner to go through this process with. And of course, Mike Pollard at Dilly Pollard and his team continue to do exemplary work. I want to stress how different the architecture firm that we work with is than the Standard. They are literally here almost every day checking on something. And not just checking, but actively moving things forward and going, no, we'll handle that. We'll just order that piece apart and we'll include it in the bill. This is not how architecture firms normally work. It is because of the quality of Mike Pollard and our partnership with Dilly Pollard that this works the way it does, and it works greatly to our benefit.
Normally you would be getting billed the time they left the office until they got back there, every time they stepped foot on campus.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so the.
Yeah, they are
Freaking out.
extremely reasonable with how they are prosecuting the job. So some upcoming events, this Saturday, the 17th annual regional spelling bee. This is one of the semifinals. So the winner of this will go to nationals in DC. Career and Transfer Center open house, March 24, 25, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. right across the hall. We do this a couple times a year, trying to raise awareness amongst our student body that we're here to help you take your next step. We're not the last piece. We can either help you move into the workforce, or we can help you transition into further education. So this is a big part of our student services mix, and we like to get the word out there and have a lot of students come by and see how we can help them take their next step. We will be hosting Skywarn spotter training on March 30th. This is in cooperation and in partnership with the National Weather Service and FEMA, SEMA, and our Butler County Emergency Management office. So we'll have 120 people in the lecture hall learning all the ins and outs of how to do this. This is pretty important stuff. These folks were on the ground that night a year ago, giving a lot of early warning and a lot of information about it's right here, it's headed that way, be ready. This service does save people's lives. Tim Eddingen Art Exhibit starts April 2nd. We'll go through May 1st, right there at the Tenon Fine Arts Gallery. Stop by anytime 12 to 3, and we will have an artist reception 6 p.m. in the Tenon lobby on April 16th. Then April 2nd, our 4th annual Chicks Only Extravaganza. We have collected more than 4,000 in prizes that will be available then. Tickets are still available. They're $30 a piece. Of course, all proceeds benefits TRC scholarships and the Excellence Fund. Then our spring showcase by the music department, 7 p.m. Tenant Fine Arts Center on April 14th. This is a free show, so they do a wonderful job with these. It's a pretty nice evening of free entertainment. Then starting April, we will be closed April 3rd for Easter break. We will open the following Monday. And then on April 16th, we will have our next Patrons of the Arts show. It's a Chicago tribute band titled Orlando Transit Authority. 7 p.m. 10 Fine Arts Center. Tickets, as always, are $15. And this show is sponsored by Billy Pollard Architecture. And that, sir, is the president's report. And we do have some executive session on.
Thank you. Before we go to executive session, I'm gonna call an audible and step off script for just a moment. I came on the board 7.5 years ago, with the tragic passing of Randy Grassham. I'm still the junior member of this board. This board has not changed in 7.5 years. We're getting ready to have a transition as Chris Williams is elected not to run for his seat again. And we'll be welcoming a new member next month. And April is a transitional meeting. I'll be handing the gavel off to Amber, and we're moving and we're doing all kinds of stuff. While we got just a minute, I'm going to turn this meeting over to Chris Williams. He's been on this board for 2 terms. And I think I told him at lunch a while ago, I think this is probably due to the evolution of this institution. He's leaving it better than he found it 12 years ago. And it's open session and our attorney's here, so you say whatever you want, okay?
It's open session attorney, he's not gonna get on to me.
No, he's not. Chris, the floor is yours. Give us your reflections and thoughts of a job well done through the past 2 terms.
You know, thanks, I'll tell you how I came to this town, this college when I was 18, right out of high school. And I knew 0 people in Pablo. Who know?
Southland High School, Cardwell, Missouri.
26 in my graduating class. So it was intimidating to come to the town, so, as a kid. And, probably the toughest coach it's ever been. And we all desire to be punished by him, you know. Signed up for that and enjoyed it. But you know, I met my wife here, my kids went here, my nieces and my nephews, my brother and sister-in-laws, on and on and on. And this college has really been an important part. It's changed my life, my whole family's trajectory, and I'm thankful that I was able to give back a little bit. But you know, when I first got on the board, came on the board, I don't know, a lot of y'all remember kind of what shape the college was in, but we were swimming in debt, and our enrollment had peaked and started down the return. Athletic programs in trouble, you know, on and on, bonding and so then it wasn't long, there was a change made at the top of our thing came in, and you know, someone that had been in the private world and then got over academia and blended those two and was able to operate in a space that during the time of, I can't even believe what all's happened. During the time of, we had the ransomware that shut the school down. And we no one got that figured out and COVID happened. And so we've had, seems to me like the last 12 years, and maybe it's always been, but it seems to me like we've had one big event, one right on the heels of the other. And I can't tell you how well it's been managed, because any less leadership, any less board, I don't know what, you know, but the college emerged in great financial shape, and we got an activity center. I mean, there's the campus is amazing. You know, we're starting a prison education system, and so the growth is there. I'm very pleased, and I'm particularly bit the best board I've ever served on, as far as the people.
Amen to that.
And I mean that to staff, and so I can't thank you guys enough. I appreciate all of my shortcomings. Y'all looking at as well, but anyway, thanks. I'll get off here before Mark. So appreciate it, Mark, too. And Charlotte is a very overlooked person, by the way. She has squeezed these numbers, and people don't realize what's going on behind the scenes, but that's really, really, really been an important school. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Chris Williams. Chair will entertain a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make that motion. I'll make motion tonight.
Motion made. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Motion and second. This will be a roll call vote.
Trustee Featherston,
Yes.
trustee Richardson.
Thumbs up.
Trustee-
Yes,
Trustee
Yes.
Garrison,
Yeah.
trustee Shaw,
No, I don't see one.
trustee Williams.
We are now in executive session. All righty, we're up to number 7 on the agenda, items for consideration, discussion, vote. This one is the GAP 1140 effectiveness, institutional effectiveness policy. I think you may have sent us out something on that.
Yeah.
Can you refresh our memories on that?
Yes, so, Mr. Ludwig and his staff in cooperation with the rest of the cabinet have gone through and updated the institutional effectiveness policies and regulations to bring them up to date with how we're now doing things, clarify some of the language and just streamline everything. You will see a lot of updated policies and regulations come through in the next 12 to 18 months as we review everything coming into our decennial visit in December of 2027. So that is part of what this is.
Any questions of Dr. Payne on policy GAP 1140? If not, we'll entertain a motion to approve that policy.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made, is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussions or questions? If not, this will be a roll call vote.
Trustee Featherston,
Yes.
trustee Richardson.
Yes.
Trustee Weaver,
Yes.
trustee Garrison,
Yes.
trustee Shaw, trustee Williams.
Yes.
Moving on to number 8 on the agenda, consideration and approval of all personnel actions and associated documents.
Dr. Hager,
Yes, sir.
instead of taking selfies, I'm sitting here thinking about motions. And I'm thinking,
You're running for office, man.
I know, I'm not taking selfies. I would much rather vote to approve all personnel documents. Put those, or actions, put those documents in a nice folder and approve that as one big motion.
Thank you for making that motion. Is there a second to that lengthy motion?
One second.
Thank you. Any discussion on this? Any discussion of the 70s sitcoms on NBC? That's last month, never mind.
Last month.
That's last month, sorry.
Trustee Featherston,
Yes.
trustee Richardson,
yes,
trustee Hager,
Yes,
trustee Garrison,
Yes.
trustee Shaw,
I feel that was a great
trustee
motion.
Williams.
Yes.
Yes.
and we move on. Number 10, our next board meeting will be April 15th. Hope to see you there. That'll be the reorganization of the board on that day, and the elections will be over, and we'll be bringing in one new member, and we hope you're here next month.
I'll be.
Okay, fantastic. If there's nothing else that was good, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn at this time.
Make a motion we adjourn.
There's motions, there's a second.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion on this? If not, if you're in favor of adjourning this meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.